Hey yo, is Vasily Lomachenko making a case for pound supremacy in boxing? Is he the number one pound for pound coming off of his unification victory over Jose Pedraza? E-King Fight News. We got more on this. All right. You already know, man. VASYL Lomachenko just, he had a competitive, tough matchup against a guy everybody thought he was going to walk through. General consensus was Lomachenko brings back Nomaschenko, and he fucking makes this guy quit. Jose Pedraza showed that there are ways to befuddle, to frustrate, and to score on Lomachenko. There are ways. Lomachenko is starting to show some chinks in the armor. He was marked up visibly, and Pedraza won maybe a handful of rounds, 2 or 3, 4 rounds. He probably edged out a few rounds in this fight, and that's something you're not used to seeing. It's not. You're not used to seeing Lomachenko all marked up like that, but he got hit a little bit. And it took 11 rounds for him to really smash the gas. Put Pedraza down. He put him down twice, and that was a big statement of the fight. That was Lomachenko coming home and really, making the victory look better than what it was, to be honest. Because if he didn't get those 2 knockdowns, if that doesn't happen, then there is legitimate cause for concern to be hailing this guy as a pound for pound number one if he didn't get those 2 knockdowns. But he did. He made something happen. He made something decisive happen, showing, he was a superior fighter, but everybody knew he was a superior fighter. Now, Pedraza showed up, and he was a tougher fight for Lomachenko. I wasn't expecting, the kind of knockout that, had him as a 220, minus 220 favorite to get a KO, minus 250 favorite to get a KO. No. Not Lomachenko. He's not a big puncher. He's not a big puncher in this division. Naturally, this is probably his natural weight, but he's not a puncher, guys. VASYL Lomachenko is an insanely talented, gifted boxer with great instincts. He's got great instincts. He's got great foot speed. And he's got good movement. And he's able to jump on the inside very quickly and land body shots. Right? He's very... His body work game is underrated. And it's off the charts. I mean, that's how he breaks his guys down. But when it comes down to Pedraza against these longer guys, against guys with reach on Lomachenko, he has a harder time. He has a harder time getting on the inside where he can land his punches because he's got shorter arms. So that was the case for Lomachenko. He had so much trouble trying to get on the inside and be consistent with his offense that a lot of the rounds were really, close, slight edges and not as dominant as we wanted to see from a VASYL Lomachenko. And oddly enough, it also shows up in his ratings. Lomachenko did a big rating, but it was second to only one guy. And that was Terrence Crawford. That's right. Let me pull up this article and we could break it down in a moment's time. Lomachenko Pedraza rating looking big for ESPN. In front of a sold-out crowd, Lomachenko went on to defeat Jose Pedraza by decision. Co-main event, Dog Bay. He got upset, lost his title. Oddly enough, the Lomachenko versus Pedraza telecast hit a 1.4 metered rating. I think that's like approximately 1.5, maybe 2 million. But it was actually topped. It was actually topped by Terrence Crawford versus Jose Benavidez, right? Which actually hit a 1.5. But the good thing for Lomachenko, it's funny because in the article it says the overall event got 1.4, which is second only behind Crawford Benavidez in ESPN on October 2018. So, it didn't even say how much did the Crawford fight did. So what was the difference there? It's very interesting. So, while Lomachenko is scoring big ratings, Crawford's doing slightly better on ESPN with the viewership. So, it speaks volumes. It speaks volumes when you have a guy like Crawford who might be fighting on a pay-per-view next. He might be fighting on an ESPN pay-per-view against Amir Khan. That's right, Amir Khan. Unbelievable. That's a fight I think a lot of that just caught us all out of left field. And if that's going to go down, it's definitely going to be some kind of a draw. It'll be a big fight. It'll be a big fight for boxing, and it'll be a big fight for Terrence Crawford. Does that cement him as number one pound for pound? No, it doesn't. But it's a marquee name, something that Lomachenko's resume ultimately lacks. He doesn't have one to fight right now. He missed out on the Manny Pacquiao train. Manny Pacquiao's now with PBC. So he's got to unify. Now he's got to unify all these titles. And guess who still has a title? It's the same guy that's moving up to fight Errol Spence Jr. in a unfathomable type of challenge. As Errol Spence is a total beast at welterweight, and everybody's ducking and hiding and running away from this guy. Mikey Garcia wants to smoke. Mikey Garcia wants that fight. So it'll be very interesting to see how it all plays out. E-King Fight News. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And you already know, man. Lomachenko, he did well. But is he number one pound for pound? That's my question. I don't have an updated list. I think I had Crawford up there. But I really think both of these guys have a really good case to be the number one. I think Crawford, you have to look at the resume, man. The resume matters. And if you look at Lomachenko's resume compared to Crawford, Lomachenko had some big names early. He beat Gary Russell. He beat Nicholas Walters. Those are two big names early on. But Terrence Crawford has wins over Jeff Horn. He's got wins over Gamboa. And he's got wins over Felix Diaz. Who's the better fighter? There's one guy that's undefeated. 34, 35, and 0. The other guy, 11, 12, and 1? Who do you got, number one pound for pound? I'm going to leave it out there for you guys to let me know. Those are the consensus top two guys. No question about it. So who's number one? E-King Fight News. Let me know what you guys think. And we're out.